This is part 2 of my chapter 10 test corrections. The next question I got wrong is number 7, and it was identify the vertex, focus, and the directrix of the graph of x squared minus 8x minus 28y minus 124 is equal to 0. On the test I was just kind of confused how to find the different variables of the equation, and so that is how I kind of went wrong. So first of all, I have to start by completing the square. So I would have to do 8x, or x squared minus 8x. Then you would take 8 divided by 2 is equal to 4. Square that, so you'd have, well, negative 4 squared is equal to 16, so plus 16. Then you would have that in parentheses. And then since you only have minus 28, not x, like y squared or anything, then you just have it by itself. So I'm going to put it on the other side of the equation. It's equal to 28y, because I added to both sides, and add 124 to both sides. So now I have this, and then to 124, I also have to add 16. So plus 16, because I have to add it from here. So then I'm going to simplify this. So I have x minus 4 squared, because half of that. And then I have that is equal to 28y plus 140. Then you'd subtract 140 from both sides, so you could get y by itself, and divide by 28. So you have y is equal to 1/28 of x minus 4 squared plus 140 over 28, which is equal to 5. Oh, so it would actually be minus 140. Sorry, my bad. So this would be minus 5. So you have this. Then from here you have to find your vertex. So you have x minus 4 minus 5. But you would switch this, so you would have positive 4, so the vertex is equal to 4, and then this is minus 5, but that stays the same, negative 5. Then you have to find your focus, so you would do 1 over 28 is equal to 1 over 4c. What value of c would get you to equal to 28, and that would be 7, so c is equal to 7. So from your vertex, you have to factor 7 in to get your focus. So after doing that, you would have 7 to negative 5, so you would have your focus is equal to 4, 2. Then you have to find your directrix, which would be like the opposite of your focus. So your directrix would end up being y is equal to negative 12. Now number 8. It was the graph, and it was graph x is equal to negative 1 over 4 y squared. You have to show 2 points and the reflections. So what I accidentally did is, here is the graph. I graphed it down, but it would actually be to the left because I accidentally put values in for x instead of y because I missed these. So instead, I'm going to put the values in for y, so I'd put 0 and then times 0, 0. Then you put in 2 for y, which is here, and then you get 4 times negative 1/4 is equal to negative 1. So then you'd plot that point and then reflect it over the x-axis, which would be as well as the point negative 2 and negative 1. Then you'd put in 4 times 4 is equal to 16 times negative 1/4 is equal to negative 4. So then you'd have back negative 4, up 4, and then reflected. So those are the 2 points in the reflections that I found, and that is what I did wrong for number 8. The next question is number 16, and the problem is, write the equation of an ellipse centered at the origin with a height of 12 units and a width of 19 units. So you have to write an equation, and the kind of the standard equation of the ellipse is x squared over a squared plus y squared over b squared. And then a squared and b squared can be flipped. So the height is 12. So you have 12 and then imagine 19. So then this would be your ellipse. So that means each of these would be half of the number. So this would be 6, this would be 6. And then this would be 9.5. Oops, sorry. And 9.5. So this would be 0 plus or negative 6, and then 9 plus or minus 9.5, 0. So then you have to do, this is equal to, so then you'd have x squared over, you'd square these two because this is a and b, so you square, or a and b, you square them to get 90.25 and 36. So then you'd have x squared over 90.25 over y squared over 36 is equal to 1. Then number 17. Find the foci of the ellipse with the equation x squared over 49 plus y squared over 64. Then graph, and I did the graph right, but I just found the wrong foci, and I just didn't really know how. So all I did wrong was, if you have x squared over 49 plus y squared over 64 is equal to 1, then you have c squared is equal to a minus b, and a is always bigger, so you have 64 minus 49, which is equal to 15. So c squared is equal to 15, so you find the square root of 15. So c is equal to the square root of 15, which would also be equal to your focus. So that would be in a ordered pair. Then you have number 19, and that was the exact same kind of problem. I just didn't know how to find the focus, except you started with 18x squared plus 36y squared is equal to 648. So I'd have to divide the whole thing by 648 first to get it into the form of the problem I need, and 16 times 18 is equal to 648, so you just have x squared over 36 plus y squared over 18 is equal to 1. Then you do the same thing, 36 minus 18, c squared is equal to 36 minus 18, which is equal to 18. No. Yeah, 18. Because 18 times 18 is 36. So you have c squared is equal to 18. Square root can be simplified because 9 times 2. So you have c is equal to 3 square root of 2. And then in an ordered pair. That is part 2 of my chapter 10 test corrections.